Hey guys and welcome back. I'm Kazım Muridi and in this video I plan to talk about getting our getter in the Dart language. What exactly is a getter? I have talked about getter in the last video and in this video I'm planning to talk about a little more about it and then go ahead. So what exactly is getter? We talked about how actually something works, okay? Function works or return type functions. Uh, Sometimes we write functions in order to get a certain values like some in a certain format. For example, if you have a class called person, which is has an which has uh, a parameter for name and another for last name. Okay, name, and we also can have a constructor for this one, for example, name and for last name. Okay, sometimes we want to receive something in a certain format, for example a full name. We can write a getter like this. For example, I want a getter to return a full name, so it should return a string, and the name of the what variable should be called full name, and then we need to write get before the name of parameter. Okay, so first a string, the type which it return, then write get, which only should be getting something from it, so we won't set something over it, and then it should return a value. Okay, it should return something for it, so I'm going to return the name and then the last name as it's set. Okay, and then the semicolon at the end of this one. So if I create a variable for person, var person, which instantiate the person class, and I forgot to put semicolon over here. So if I want to print it, it takes two parameter, first name, for example John, and then do. Okay, for the last one. So if I want to, for example, print this value full name, I should call person dot full name. If I actually run this code, um, you will see that John Doe actually is printed over here, as you see. So we make it possible to get some values from a function like this. If you want to write it in the traditional uh, technique, we need to write string get, for example, sorry, a string get full name, and then callback, then open the brackets, return something, return this one, and then like this. So, and also we need to pay attention to this some stuff, and it will take some lot of code, but with this part we actually make it possible to make a lot less code that's possible. And in this part we need to call this function, but it is available as a parameter, as a variable for this class, and we cannot set some value to it because it's only a getter, not a setter. So if I call full name, for example, to fds, if I run this code, you will see that full name is not a setter, it's just a getter, so we can only get some values, some result from this variable, and we cannot set some value to it, as you saw. Sometimes we need to validate some values from this getter, so let's remove this part and change it this part to another thing. So I will add brackets, curly bracket to it, and as it is we need to return a string to it, return a string, and that's it. Okay, as you saw. So if I want to add validation, it is actually the same as before, so nothing has changed. This is a variable for this class, and it returns a string, and it's not a function. It is a variable, okay, for this person class. So if I want to actually change it, validate some data, for example, if the name is empty or if the name is blank, then we should, for example, throw an error or even should return another value as a result of that part. So let's check, let's validate some data. If name is empty, or if is last name is empty, then what should happen actually? We need to return some value. Return, for example, um something, for example, um unknown name, or even some some name or last name is not valid. Values are empty. Actually, naming is one part of is one of the hardest part in coding for me actually. So if I run this code, you will see if somehow I forgot to write the last name, you will see that it returns something else for us. So we can validate this part. So the getter could validate, we could use it to validate some data over it. Our hand is open for a lot of changes, and we can do many changes, many interesting ideas over here. For example, we could return a map of data and maybe doing some operation, getting some data from internet, or many other thing that's it's it's all related to your imaginations. The only thing that actually um, limited us a developer is our imagination doing things. I think that's enough for Getter, and thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Have a good time.